Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate that. We've got a great live stream lined up for tonight. We'll do a couple of different giveaways. We'll do some fun stuff, some serious stuff. We'll have a special guest on for tonight, and we will have two different giveaways and a lot of treasure talk, a lot of relic talk, etc. So, anyway, really appreciate you guys being here for the. This is the sixth episode of Hi Ho Live. The time is flying, and we want to encourage, on any of those videos, sharing them out, liking them. Those all mean a lot to the content creators. And when we go over the Monday Digs lineup, you'll see there's a lot of human hours involved in actually putting that together. So, but uh, but without further ado, let's go ahead and recognize those folks who are in the chat, and we have number one on the live, number one in your hearts. Randy Riddle. Yeah, I'm sorry you missed the live last week. You were prominently featured, and if you stick around, you'll be featured again. So we've got. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate your. And look here, old Pellone's in the house. Thank you. Hi, be listening. Can't tag. Okay, gotcha. Thank you for being here. We've got Rick Hay in the house. Hello, Rick. You and your first place Steelers. Well done. Well done. Good to see you here. And we have Lucky Duck Digger. Thank you, Colleen, for being here. Appreciate that. Really glad to have you. And I went through the chat last week. I think I missed it during the live, but I think you said you finished a quilt or something like that during the last go round there. So I'd love for you to send in a picture of that or something along those lines. We love sharing pictures and funny stuff. So if you anything that you want to put up on the air there, send it to that email that's scrolling across your screen, and I promise to do my best to get it up there. But thank you for being it. We've got Gene from St. Croix. Thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate that. My beloved Chiefs are playing the Jags tonight, but next Sunday night, the Lions and the Chiefs have a titanic matchup there. So I want to we'll have to put something on the line there. I'll if the Lions win, I have to wear some Lions gear while I'm detecting or doing the live or something. I don't know. But really it'd be the other way around because I'm pretty sure the Chiefs are going to win. Anyway, thanks, Gene. I appreciate you so much. And I did not see your video, and so I didn't do the redirect for later on tonight. So, but anyway, thank you for being here. Justin Winch, hello. I don't know if I've seen you there before, but thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate that. There's my man. 5 Mile. Go Chiefs is right. That is so cool. Appreciate that. We got a big game tonight, and we also have well, actually, our schedule is just brutal, but I'm actually taking one for the team tonight. I'm going to go all the way through the Monday Digs lineup before I watch the Chiefs on tape delay. So I hope we don't have many spoiler alerts or any of the rest of that. But anyway, thank you for being here. Appreciate that, and you may see yourself again tonight. Who knows? Okay, we've got Lucky James, another Lions fan. Hello, Lucky James. Thank you for being here. Really do appreciate that. And we've got the medical detector, Sam. Welcome. Appreciate you tuning in from New Jersey. Good to see you. I saw you had another video out this week, so I'm going to check that out. But thank you so much for being here. And look here, we've got birthday girl Anna. Must be feels good to be 29 again, that kind of stuff. But thank you for being here, and really do appreciate you. And look here, we've got Relic Rat in the house, and we have a guest. I'm not sure if it's a big surprise guest at this point, but we do have a fascinating guest for tonight. We've got Patty, thank you for being here. Dirt Clod Metal Detecting, and as a result of the pictures that we showed last week of Randy, you may see yourself again tonight, kind of weirdly clad there. So thanks for playing along, and thanks for being here, and appreciate you and your channel. Let's see. Oh, we've got Carrie, man, awesome supporter of our treasure hunting. Wow, we're 59 already. Hello, Papa Roos. Thank you for being here, bud. Appreciate you. You do a lot behind the scenes, so thank you. Appreciate you being here. We have MTSD, Mark the Senile Detectorist. Thanks for being here. I do really do appreciate you supporting the live. That is very, very cool. We've got Bart Covens, won a little silver not too long ago. Thank you for being here, Bart. Really do appreciate that. Hello, Diver. I really thank you for making it in. Sure hope you're feeling better, and appreciate that. Appreciate it. Thanks for being on the live. Uh-oh, watch out. We got 3 Lions fans in the house. I thought something smelled. No, yeah, Barry Sanders was awesome, just absolutely awesome, and too bad it. I feel a lot like him, like Tony Gonzalez. Gonzalez wasn't the athlete that Barry Sanders ever was, but he had a long, fantastic history in the NFL. Never won a playoff game. I mean, just it was he had such bad teams that he was on. Anyway, yeah, I feel a lot about Barry Sanders didn't quite get his due because he didn't have a lot of help around him. Uh, God, who else have we got in the chat here? Kind of scrolling down. Looks like we might be caught up there. So thank you guys for being here. Really do appreciate that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and check out that Monday Digs lineup tonight. And we will be starting off tonight. We actually have a little bit of a long live tonight. We're on the live right now, and let me get this out of the way here. There we go. We do have a long live tonight, so we're on it right now, and the Gene will come up with "We Dig It" on at 8 o'clock. So we intend to be going up until that starts. Then we have the metal detecting mermaid. She's up next at 8:15, and she has both a bucket lister and a birthday. So BB girl, and awesome. We're really looking forward to your video. Following that, 8:30, we have Florida Thunder digging with Rob, and he's got a really old farmhouse there, 1812, and very much looking forward to that video as well. We have following that at 8:45, we have Hi Ho Silver, and here is a little sneak peek of what might be happening at Hi Ho Silver. So who was that masked man? uh, it's a mystery, and if you watch the Hi Ho Silver video tonight, you will find out who that masked man is. And what I can do in the way of a teaser is to say, for sure, it's not Hi Ho Silver. For sure, it's not our guest tonight, and for sure, it's not Metal Detecting Mermaid. So I'm going to eliminate three folks from it, but in the chat, put down who you think that is, and the only person that can say for sure who it is the person who knows they're in the picture. So thanks for playing along. After Hi Ho Silver, we have Ohio River History. He's got old yards and new parks. Man, do I love hunting those old yards. They're my favorites. So we're looking forward to that for Shane and in Ohio River history, and then to finish the batting cleanup tonight is B Higgles, and he's got another one of those the old the drained lake. And man, what a honey hole that thing is. So I do have something here for you in honor for you, B. Higgles. I was going to send you a get well card, but instead I'm wearing red shoes in your honor. There has nothing to do with Kansas City Chiefs playing tonight, but this is red shoes as a get well card for B. Higgles. So get well soon, buddy. Oh goodness. All right, let me get back to our chat here, and let's see if I can catch up a little bit. See if anybody's actually tried to. Hello, Christina. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate that. And which bear? Yep, yep. Um, well, we've got Angie and Rick in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Really do appreciate that. You guys helped me break the ice on that live stuff, so thank you, Angie, and really do appreciate that. And let's see who else might be in the house here. Mhm. Oh, Detecting Saga. Man, your name came up on something. I don't remember. It might have been one of Relic Rat's videos or something. I just don't remember. But thank you for being here very much, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Go Cliff. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Mm-mm-mm-mm. And who else do we have in the house here? Oh, there we go. 5 Mile. He's saying must be Paparus. Good guess. Good guess. Cannot confirm nor deny. Here Paparus is saying must be 5 Mile. Cannot confirm nor deny. And we've got NorCal Digger in the house. Thank you very much for being here, NorCal. Really do appreciate that. Um, see, we're caught up now with the chat, and so I really do appreciate that. You guys are so generous and so. Let me get rid of my thing here. There we go. You guys are so generous, and I really do appreciate that. So without further ado, I would like to go ahead and introduce the group to our guest, and I hope we can. Well, thank you very much for being here, and let me bring on our guest. And we have Relic Rat. R.A.T is recovering artifacts together. So thank you for being here, Cliff. I really appreciate that.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
You are quite welcome. I've got some. There we go. There's Brian talking about those red shoes. Um, so, uh, first of all, it's an honor to have you here, and I really appreciate that. So many people don't want to really, kind of break out of their shell, or they're a little afraid to get in front of the camera or those kinds of things. But I do appreciate you being here, and over the last couple of weeks, I've gotten to know you quite a bit better, and I appreciate that. I feel like we're in many ways cut from the same mold. So thank you kindly.
Yep. Once again, my pleasure. And just like you did, I would like to thank Angie and Rick as well, because first time I was on what do we call this? Is this a podcast?
Well, I call it a live stream, but
Okay.
podcast would work if that's what you want to call it. Sure.
Whatever it was, they invited me first and sort of
Right.
helped me break the ice. Pretty terrifying, but it is what it is. So, and I
Yeah.
also want to give a shout out to Detecting Saga. The reason you heard her name, she won the legend on my
Oh,
5,000
that's right.
on
That's
my
right. Thank you.
10,000th
Yeah.
hole giveaway. Technically, she won the legend. So, and it's very cool. She has a YouTube channel, so I think and by the way, there's no hurry. But at some point, I think she's going to do an unwrapping video, or I think she's already
Yeah.
used it. It seems like maybe she went out and found a harmonica reed plate the
Ooh,
very first
cool.
time. So yeah,
Wow.
so she's enjoying it already, and it was cool that somebody won it. The last time I gave a giveaway at actually 5,000. This was 10.
Right.
Some guy in Florida won it. I sent it. I mean, he said thank you, but that was it. I never got, I didn't know who he was. I don't think he was a real
Right.
detector. I think he was a good IT guy that knew how to fast forward and go back, and anyway won it. And he was nice. I mean, it was cool, but I'm glad
Yeah.
somebody in the community won it. So
Right. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got a couple of warnings getting started on this with the giveaways that there's some professional giveaway hunters out there, if you will, and they're really good at it actually. So,
okay.
but anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm so glad she got it, and I have not checked out her channel, so I will do that. I didn't even realize that was available to do. Um, so for our live chat, let me get rid of this one here. Oh, that didn't come up the way I thought it was going to. Okay, so for our live chat, if you have questions for Cliff, Relic, R.A.T, recovering artifacts together, just put them in the chat, and we'll do our very best to get to them. And if we miss them, please just do them again. Put them in all caps or something to get our attention. So I appreciate that. And I'm gonna Cliff, can you see the live chat as it's going?
Yes. Yep.
Okay,
On
good,
my
good.
phone and on my
Okay,
laptop.
good, good. Yeah, I was hoping you could. So,
Not saying
uh,
I'm going to catch it all, so I apologize in advance if I don't say
yeah,
hi to somebody, but I've tried.
right, cool. So back on the mystery for who was that masked man? I think Lucky Duck is saying that it's someone who detects. So I get if that's what that comment was about, I think so. Yeah, here we go. Congrats. Hey man, that is a fantastic prize. I've won a few things. Matter of fact, the first thing I ever won was a buffalo nickel from Metal Detected Mermaid. It was just very special. But yeah, that's a great giveaway, and congratulations to you, Detective Saga. That is really, really cool.
Thank you, Randy. And hello. Hey, Brian. Once again, hello, everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
good,
exactly.
good to
So
be
it
here.
looks, yeah, we've got Brian Ollier in the house. So so glad to have you here. Another great supporter of the of all of our treasure hunting stuff. Detecting Saga is saying, "Thank you, Cliff." That is, oh, look here, Angie. She has. They have spawned a tidal wave here, I guess, or something like that. But they are very, very kind, very generous, and she,
Thank you again, Angie and Rick. And
yeah.
you're very welcome, Saga.
Um, uh, and again, I'm not trying to compare anything, but I really love the gift that Angie sent. It was a fishing, a homemade fishing hanging thing. The name's escaping me now, but
Yep.
it was very cool, and I love all of the homemade stuff. It's just so neat, so touching. So I really do appreciate that. Um, okay. Oh, I see. Riddles is trying to correct. Here we got a new one. Here's a Monday Digs contributor, expression of the outdoors, but, also known as Fuzzy Sasquatch, also known as Wayne. And thanks for being here, man. I really do appreciate that. And Cliff, have you seen his videos?
I think I've subscribed, but I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, you would remember if you saw him because he has very unique videos. It's not just him finding a bunch of stuff. It's a lot of animation, and it almost always has something to do with aliens, spaceships, and Sasquatch. So
Let's see it.
yeah, you'll want to check that out. He's
I,
really creative.
I am a subscriber, so I'll check it out.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Let's see here.
So Anna used to detect in Virginia. Is that what I just saw?
Possibly. I didn't. I may have missed that one, but uh, I
Yep.
think Anna lived in Virginia for a while, but I don't know that she was a detectorist back then. She may have been. She certainly may have been, but not 100% clear of that. Mm, 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 mm. But
Going to
oh, here we go.
Virginia. Going to Virginia once in November and once in December to Dinwiddie, to the Battle of Dinwiddie Courthouse, you might say.
Oh, okay,
Um,
right, right.
yep. And yeah, I'll be detecting there. Couple of people I'd like to give a shout out to if you're interested in a Civil War dig.
Please
So
do.
there's two people. One is called Northwest Georgia Dirt Diggers, and I may not get these exact right, but I will tell you their names. His name on Facebook is Chad Tinker, and he puts on an excellent hunt. So
Mhm.
last time I was on with him, I saw an eagle breastplate come out of the
Oh,
ground,
wow, wow, wow.
dozens of three ring bullets and that kind of stuff. So Northwest Georgia Dirt Diggers on Facebook,
Hmm.
Chad Tinker, and then the Dinwiddie guy. He's been. I think this is what they call East Tennessee organized relic hunts, and this is 14. I think this is 13 and 14. He did most of his hunts around Mosheim, Tennessee, and I went
Okay,
to a couple of those. They were great. A lot of good stuff. But the one I went to in Dinwiddie, I think it was in February. There were three 12-pound cannonballs found, estimated
wow.
between 300 and 400 three-ring bullets. His name is Stuart Stevens. So once again,
Okay,
if you and now these hunts are the one I went on was 120. These next two are like 70. So you don't get to hear the property before you go.
right.
And Stuart's probably saying, "Oh, be quiet," because both of these next two hunts sold out. We think in 15 or 20 seconds. So
Wow.
he goes on Facebook and he
Mhm.
announces the hunt. And when he says go, he stops at about 100 I'm ins, and then he takes the first 70 pairs out of those, and that's it. That's how you get in his hunt. So
That is incredible.
yeah,
Thanks for the info there. I had no idea. No
yeah,
idea at all.
they're both great Civil War hunts. So
All right. Anna was saying that she was born in Virginia Beach, and I think she's got a Navy tie there with her dad or something like
okay,
that. But here's your first question, Cliff. It says, Cliff, how different is digging in red Georgia clay versus dry clay as far as tones go? I'm in New Hampshire, and our ground is dry as a bone.
yeah, it's dry here as well, and a lot of times when it's dry, especially when you get down underneath the topsoil, um, it's literally like concrete. I mean, a good shovel gets about a half inch at a time, which unfortunately means you hit a good bit of stuff, but it is what it is. Um, Tone, I don't know how to compare. The legend, which I firmly believe in. I also dig beside a Manicore twice a week, so
Mhm.
they're very similar machines.
Right.
Um, 8 to 10 inches on a coin is no trouble. You don't dig many that are 12 or 15 unless it's a quarter, a
Yeah.
big quarter or something like that. So, I don't know. It's tough ground to dig in, but I think the signals are good, especially when the ground's wet. The wetter, the better.
All right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
It's so true, and just that moisture just gives it a conductive properties that the dry just doesn't. Not at
Yeah.
all. Um,
So we dug yesterday in some dry ground, and we dug some really deep holes in red clay and got out some cool targets. It'll be on Friday morning's video at 6:45 a.m. But there's literally piles of red clay around some of the holes. So
yeah.
uh,
Cool. Cool.
and
Cool.
and some live digs of digging in that
Right.
concrete. So
And when do your videos come out again?
I'm posting two a week right now. We were doing one a week, and then we sort of got behind, or we got too much content stored up. Which, as you know, you start losing stuff, and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and stuff gets lost in the shuffle. So started doing two a week. Well, I should have stopped doing two a week, but I'm still trying to put out two a week.
All right.
So Tuesday at 11:45 a.m. I have no idea why. And then
Mm,
Friday morning at 6:45 a.m. And I can tell you why I originally chose that, because Green Mountain comes out at 7, and I thought, hey, let's jump on the bandwagon.
right.
I don't know
Boy,
if it's mattered or helped.
yeah.
He's a different level than the rest of us.
Oh
So
my gosh, that guy is. Well, they're the best quality productions above ground I've ever seen from
he lives it, and
yeah,
like a lot of them that have made it to that level. He's been doing it for a lot of years, I think. So, but he's
yeah.
very good.
Brian's got a question there about best find. Now remember, Cliff, we've got some finds to show later on. But if you've
Okay.
got a particular story about your best find, fire away.
So I'll pretty much and best, it's hard when somebody says best. I got barber quarters, and I got 1800 quarters. Um, I have been with, and I think we'll go through some of the coins, but I have been with about uh, digging buddies and seen 4 or 5 different coins come out of the ground this year. None last year, none the year, but this year I've seen about 4 or 5 incredible coins come out of the ground. So I think we'll probably get those at some point. But my coolest find is the same one I shown uh,
Mm.
talked about on Angie and Rick. Scary part is Angie. Angie knew what it was. So it's basically. Let me see. Where's the
Yeah,
camera?
yeah. Can
It's
you see it? There you
yeah.
go.
It's the fourth table of the spirits of the earth. Now you can Google this thing, and it's still for sale today. You can buy business card size pieces of this. It's basically the hoodoo religion, and it was founded in the mid 1800s by slaves as a slave religion. It's considered good witchcraft. Okay,
Wow,
um,
wow.
try to get
Yep.
it try to get it off my face.
Yep.
Anyway, but you can Google it. It's and there's 12 tables. They
Uh-huh.
basically were derived from the sixth and seventh. Now I'm telling you stuff that I have read. I don't have any idea really what I'm talking about, but it was derived from the sixth and seventh book of Moses. Okay, and it's the hoodoo religion founded in the Gula country of South Carolina, the low country of South Carolina. I dug this on a nugget noggin event.
Right.
Had no idea what I was doing. Nobody knew what this was for 24 hours.
Um,
Nugget noggin, Daisy. They
that,
basically said,
that's incredible.
I think they said, go put that back in the ground right now. So
You don't want to be
anyway,
cursed or something, right? Yeah.
yeah, but it's supposed to be for good. It was a hedge of
Right. Right.
protection for good around the slaves against their
Uh,
owners, against weather, against bad luck or whatever. So it's supposed to be good witchcraft. But
yeah.
anyway, it's a one of one. I'm assuming it was made around 1900 in a shop class. It's found at a very old home site. They were
Yeah.
finding late 1800s coins there. So, you know,
Fascinating.
have no idea why it was there or why I
Right.
have it. But anyway, it's
Right.
very cool find.
It is a cool find. Just absolutely fascinating. So thank
Yeah.
you. Now, Angie says that she's more than just a pretty face, right? I agree. You're right, Angie. You're more than just a pretty face. Okay.
Sprinkle with a little hoodoo, Angie.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So we do have fun stuff lined up and a little bit of serious stuff, but some fun stuff. So I want to encourage people to send in their pictures. I was talking to asking Colleen to send her quilt and any finds pictures, but I like the goofy stuff. I like the things that are humorous and self-deprecating and all that stuff. So what we did last week was we had Randy up because he was so cool to send in a picture. He was the very first one ever to send in a picture of him kissing a fish. And let me get that rid of that. There we go. So anyway, he won a silver quarter for that particular part. But we had a couple of pictures of him, one kissing a fish, and then one with some seaweed on the top. So we asked which one was had a contest, a vote to see which one was the best picture, and turns out even though I know the fish kissing picture is the best one, the vote from the masses actually picked out the seaweed picture. So the seaweed picture won, and so in the aftermath of that, Patty from Dirt Clawed Metal Detecting, who's in the audience tonight, she sent in a picture of her with an octopus. So let's check this out. So that is Patty from Dirt Clawed Fishing, Dirt Clawed Metal Detecting, excuse me, and that is actually an octopus on the on the top of her head. And
That's
wow,
crazy.
that is
That's
incredible.
crazy, Patty.
Thank
Crazy.
you for thank you for playing along and sending that. That is really really cool. But that leads us to a new quandary, a new thing that we've just got to figure out. So now that we have Patty with an octopus and Randy Riddles with a seaweed, which one of those pictures is best? We've got the handsome lad on the left side with some seaweed on his head, and then Patty with the handsome lass with the octopus on her head. Now, Cliff, when I was looking at this picture when she first sent it, I was like, I'll do a lot of stuff, but and I came up with I would put a dead octopus on my head, but I would not put a live octopus on my head. So anyway, that's real cool. And if you watch the video, it actually shows her catching the octopus, and so it is dead at this point on her head. But that's a fantastic one. And so in the chat now, you've got to put in there which of those is the better of those pictures.
The
So
pressure's on. The pressure's on, Randy. You don't get. You
yeah.
don't. You can't. It was a no win situation last week. Not now.
Right, right.
No
So
lose situation. It was a no lose situation.
that's it. That's it. So so anyway, what I do want to encourage you to send in pictures. Whether it's of a metal detecting find or any other thing. That's no problem there. But we love the fun stuff. And one of the fun things that we do on Hi Ho Live is to um, give stuff away. So, Cliff, without further ado, why don't we go ahead and do our first of the giveaways tonight? Now, the way the Hi Ho Live contests work are that you've got to, first of all, you've got to watch the Hi Ho Silver video. And let me get rid of that banner there. You got to watch the Hi Ho Silver video that comes on later on tonight, 7:45. Yeah, 7:45 or 8:45 Eastern. And in that will be the instructions on how to enter the contest. In this case, for last week, we were to put the word kiss or what we do with the fish, which is kiss the fish and throw them back in. So if you had any derivation of that particular answer, you got on this particular list. These 19 folks all answered that question in that sort of a fashion. So you guys are all in for a silver Washington quarter. Now, it's no coincidence that the Hi Ho Silver giveaways tend to be silver, and maybe with the price of silver, that's actually not a bad that's not a bad deal. But at any rate, we have those 19 folks, and now they are all on this particular wheel. And so, without further ado, let's spin the wheel and see who the lucky winner of a Washington silver quarter is. Go! Now it could actually be Randy because I think he was one of the guys in the contest there. So we'll see. And the winner is it looks like two of them came up. Carrie Holderreed, and I hope I'm saying that right. I got to jot you down here, Carrie for a quarter. Okay. And he's quite a good supporter of our Monday digs and all that treasure hunting stuff. So I've got you down, Carrie, on the email that goes across there. If you would send me your contact, your mailing address, your actual physical mailing address, I'll get that Washington silver quarter sent out to you. So thank you for doing that. I do appreciate it. Okay, let's see if we've got. we're back to 31 on the chat here, so I gotta see where I am here. Oh, there we go. Seaweed for the win. Patty close second. he he may have a biased opinion there, Cliff. I'm really not sure. Who next? Oh, there you go. Randy said he sent another funny photo. I'll try to get to it, Randy. I'm not juggling a few things. 5 miles going with the octopus. So we're looks like we're going to have a close race for which one of these is best.
I'm
Um,
going with you, Larry. I'm going with Larry. Sorry, Randy.
yeah, and Angie and Rick there are going with the octopus too. So while I love fish kissing pictures, oh darn it, so, sorry about that, Patty. Well, I promise you, we displayed your octopus proudly, and you're in a contest. Actually, we can do this. You're in a contest here, Patty, with this one to find out which is the better picture, Randy with the seaweed or Patty with the octopus. So that's awesome. Way to go, Patty. Thanks for being a good sport. I really do appreciate that.
Cool
Uh,
picture.
yeah, it really is a cool picture. So, and I want to encourage everybody, if you've got a goofy picture, a cool picture, a one of a kind picture, anything that you want to share out, send it to me. I'll put it up here. And boy, we have an amazing reach with our internet audience, right? So, here's Anna. Uh, Anna, so thank you for being here, Anna. Appreciate that. Not sure if I've seen you before, but thank you. Thank you for being here. And oh, here we go. Congratulations, Carrie, on the big win. Well, look here, we got Flying Arrow Magnetics. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Really love your channel. It's a great one, and thank you for being here. And yep, Carrie, we got you. Now, Carrie says, "I'm here," and that's a good pronunciation. Thank you. Hold your read. Now, you didn't actually have to be present for this particular one to win, but next giveaway on the Monday digs, you do have to be present. So thank you. And if you send me your info there, I'll mail that out to you. Oops, kind of messing up here. There we go. Okay. And I don't think I said hi to Florida Thunder Digging with Rob. If I did, I don't remember it. So thank you for being here, buddy. Really appreciate you and your demeanor there, just the frolicking nature of your channel. I really respect that. There's plenty of negativity out there, and you tend to bring a real smile to your audience. So thank you for doing that. It is attractive to me. Brian saying oink oink. Brian, I appreciate that. That's a little teaser for my video tonight. I don't know if you guys saw the thumbnail there, but it's oink if you love treasure. So thank you. I'm glad you love treasure. Okay, we're getting relatively close to catching up, but I want to. Ah, look here. Kimasabi bringing the silver. Hi ho, silver away. I love that. I love that. Thank you. Oh, look here. He's got Lucky James with an early present. That's very cool. Congratulations, Lucky James. That's awesome. Okay. Let me just kind of quickly scroll through that chat. We're doing pretty good on time, Cliff. We're about 10 after 6, so we've got about 50 minutes. And what I'm going to do is catch up with the chat and then turn things. There we go. Thank you for coming, Anna. That's exactly right. Okay. Fuzzy sent something also. Appreciate that. I'll do my best to check, but we've got a lot of things going on here at the same time tonight, guys. So just bear with me. Oh, look here, Team Lynch. That's Patty. She's saying hi to Team. There we go. There's Team Lynch. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate that, man. Tim and Kathy, they're the first ones to forward and share videos, and just what a neat presence they are in our community. So thank you guys. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, Marty. I don't know if I called you out earlier, but thank you for being here. So Okay. Um, we have lots of fun stuff for tonight, but we also have some serious stuff. When Cliff and I were talking about doing this live, he had a special thing, commemorative type thing that he wanted to do. So take all the time you want, Cliff, and just introduce our next deal. And I'm going to kind of get it queued up a little bit while you're talking. So you just fire away.
So some brief background about Relic Rat. Started seriously around 5 years ago. Started videoing early 2023, I think. So been going a little over 2.5 years. And one thing I realized in watching other YouTube channels was that if there's three or four or five people digging, that you're much more likely to have good stuff. So as people, I have like a fun group hunt at my mom's house. There was a 1900s home there at one time that's gone. So I invite about 30 or 40 people. I think we've had five there now. Um, so in the process of doing that, you get, when somebody approaches you online, it's like, well, hey, yeah, come to my mom's group dig. And then if they show up, then we invite them to go digging. Well, one of the, gosh, 7 or 8 people that were digging, not all the time with us, but a lot of times there were 3 or 4 in a day, was a young lady, 36-year-old young lady named Ashley Griffin. And I know some of y'all have heard this story because I went back and looked in the comments from the video, and a lot of y'all were there, and it was much appreciated, much appreciated. Well, on this particular day, Ashley and another gentleman that was digging with us a lot at the time. Affectionately, we had named him Uncle Marty. He's somebody I graduated high school with, so I don't think he was anybody's uncle, but he came up with that name one day, and so Uncle Marty stuck. So Uncle Marty, myself and Ashley Griffin were digging at a old home site we had nicknamed the Button Factory because we'd been there like 3 times, and I don't know how 20 or 30 flat buttons later, maybe not that many, maybe 18 or 20, we'd found a bunch of flat buttons. No coins. They were poor, but they apparently had to have buttons. So this afternoon, Uncle Marty and Ashley and I met at my mom's house and went in my truck to what we call the Button Factory. I think we got there around 2 o'clock. It was hot. It's open hardwoods on this hill, beautiful place. You could picture old home being there, a little knoll. And I think as soon as we stepped out of the truck, Ashley found a little silver plated flat button. I think Marty and I dug a couple things. And I think after about 30, 40 minutes, we had met at the truck. We had cleaned her button up, gotten some water. All of us drank water and had just left the truck. We'd been gone maybe in 5 minutes. We were all within 50, 60, 70 yards of the tailgate of the truck. And as a matter of fact, I think I was like right beside the truck, and Ashley maybe was about 60 or 80 yards away, and Marty was somewhere in between us, which you can see on the video. And I was digging some little piece of brass, something. And I heard Ashley say, either I got something good or I got a thimble. I can't remember what she actually said. But as I was walking over to her, I did realize she had a thimble. So we started talking about a thimble. Back in those days, I wasn't very good at showing faces. I didn't really. I was learning, a YouTube video, what it needed to be. But I had been trying to show people's faces more. So fortunately, in this case, I did. And let me back up 1 second and say that everything you're about to see, I ran by her family multiple times. I asked them multiple times, and ultimately they said, yes, please do this. But as I was walking over to Ashley and we were talking about the thimble, I got there. She showed me her thimble. It was her first thimble ever. So I think that's on the video. And she was smiling. I think she had dug a piece of iron out of the hole and, like a good detectorist would do, swung back over the hole. Still a non-ferrous target in there. So got this really cool, probably 100-plus-year-old brass thimble out of the hole. And I walked over and filmed it, filmed her smiling, turned around to walk away, and I think Marty had maybe started coming towards us. I'm not sure because she was probably about 60 or 70 yards away, and then Marty was somewhere in between. And so he may have walked towards us as I was turning to go back to my detector. I had stuck my shovel in the ground and left my detector once again back towards the truck. After I turned around and took probably 2 or 3 steps, I heard Marty say, Ashley, Ashley. And as I turned around to look, she was on the ground, and as best I could tell, she was gone.
Wow.
She had a heart attack. Autopsy basically showed that she had high blood pressure and undiagnosed high blood pressure. She had been later, her family realized that she had been having some bad headaches that she was ignoring. And anyway, hypertension, high blood pressure. Don't ignore it, y'all.
Yeah.
At 36 years old, she was, we thought, very healthy, wasn't overweight, very active. Her and her family stayed outside all the time. At the time, had a 10-year-old son, a 12-year-old daughter, and they had been digging with me several times. The son, one time we were digging in a yard, and I flipped the plug over, and we were digging a bunch of, 70s pennies and stuff, and he had gotten tired, and I said, Ezra, you wanna detect this penny, pinpoint this penny. So he jumped down there with his pinpointer, and I had already turned away, like literally turned my back to him, and I heard Ezra say, 10 years old, I heard him say, ring, 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 and his voice got higher and higher each time. Anyway, 14 karat gold, 14 karat gold, 1969 class ring from the county I'm from that we returned to the owner eventually.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Right.
Yeah. But anyway,
Let's
Ashley was gone. We did everything we could. Sorry, y'all, my heart's beating really fast.
You're doing great, Cliff. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and cue up that video. All right. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're actually going to play this video, and so bear with me on the technology, but we're going to bring this up. We have it all queued up and should be pretty well ready to go. Can I do it that way? We did this a little bit better. That's what I want right there. Okay. So I'm going to start this, Cliff, and then I'm going to go full screen on it.
All right, everybody. Just trying to explain the last few minutes of the day, the last metal detecting hunt that Ashley went on. Myself, Uncle Marty, and Ashley were digging in some old hardwoods and found a thimble, and I went over and filmed it. Filmed her smiling, talking about it. No evidence of anything wrong, and 5-6 seconds later, y'all, I think Ashley was gone. No autopsy report yet, but I guess everybody's assuming embolism, or I don't know. I don't know what makes you go in a matter of seconds, but most difficult thing I've ever been through. Just shouldn't have happened. Should never happen, but it happened. So trying to move forward. Please, please, please check out the GoFundMe for our kids. Ezra's 10, Melina's 12, and their mama's gone. So please help us out. Please help them out. Thank you. All right, everybody. Relic right here. Got Uncle Marty with me finally. Got Ashley Griffin back. We're parked right here on the site. A lot of times it's nice to have an old chimney in the background or something. At this site, though, there's nothing. We might pick up a half a brick or two with some moss on it and lay it on the tailgate. But that is the only evidence of a site here. There is an old well right over Uncle Marty's shoulder right there. Might see that piece of a well. It's mostly filled in. But anyway, other than that, there's nothing here. First time landowner ever drove us around here. He said, oh no, there's no house, there's no home on my land. It's like 200 acres here. And Uncle Marty and I pulled back in here and found some flowers and said, and 2 or 3 trips later and about 20 buttons later, it's a good place to dig. So yeah, this is our 3rd or 4th time here. We're dropping, Marty. Money? Well, good. We'll be able to find some money. Anyway, we're at the button factory. It's been several months, if not a year or so, since we've been here. But yeah, we're back at the button factory, and come go with us to see what we can find. All right, buddy. First hole on the day. I'm on hole 1066. Wait a minute. Yep, I started on 1065, so I'm on 1066. I think I see something green. Legend said it was out of the hole. Ashley and Marty are still up there. What in the world is that? I don't know. Could be interesting. Big old piece of brass. Is it decorative? Ow, fly. I gotta go put some repellent on. First hole of the day. Big old brass something here at the button factory. Figure out what that is and get back with y'all. All right, everybody. Hole number 2 on the day, 1067. Clicker Bob started at 1065. Well, more old brass stuff. That rang up almost like a penny, but not quite. Old lantern parts probably or something anyway. We'll get back with you. All right, everybody. I've dug 3 holes, a head stamp, and 2 interesting pieces of brass. One more interesting than the others. The truck's still right over there. And Ashley just got out of the road and said she thinks she found part of a button. Oh, wow, it looks old. Teeny tiny little flat button. Teeny tiny little cuff or collar button. How cool is that? All right, we'll clean that up and get back with y'all. Very cool find. All right, everybody. Been digging about 30 minutes. I'm already back at the truck to get some water. Uncle Marty's right down there. The whale is right. The whale's right over there. A hole in the ground. There's a hole in the ground right there. We'll probably get around it in a minute. But yeah, the whale's right there. Uncle Marty's right there. I'm back at the truck. Ashley's right there. She found a little flat button. I found a head stamp. Something. Don't know what that is. Either lantern related or something even more. Maybe a little better. I don't know. Very specific. Almost like a powder flask thing or something. Anyway, there's about 5 of those half bricks around here, and I picked one up, put on the tailgate because that is, other than a depression where the well or maybe the outhouse was, that is pretty much all this here. So yeah, we're gonna dig around a little more, see if we can find some more buttons. All right, everybody. Ashley's gonna brush her button off. I rubbed it one time. I think I see gold on there. Be cool if it was a gold button, but I don't think it is. Anyway, I tell you what, let's I poked a hole in the top of a water ball. Set it down right there, and yeah, let's make a little pool. I don't like too much of that on the tailgate because hard to see stuff. That brush has got plastic on one side and not plastic on the other. Hey, cool, look at that. It's not gonna be a gold button, is it, y'all? No. It's gonna be a gold plated button though. Wait a minute. Gold or silver?
Does it have a letter on it?
How cool is that? Little tiny flat button that's either gold or silver. Yeah, we're gonna wash on that some more. Hold on. Tell you what, Ashley, if you don't mind, take the plastic bristles and brush the back of that a little bit. Let's put it back in the water and see what we got. All right, we'll get right back with y'all. All right, everybody, we dropped the button and we found the button. And we scrubbed on the button. Got words on it? Hello, fine. We're gonna get some pictures of that. I'm sure we'll have some pictures by the video. It's either silver plated, or gold plated. I don't think it's gold for sure. Nope. But silver or gold plated. I guess silver plated. Cool, fine. All right, everybody. I'm on hole number 4 on the day, and I flipped it out of the hole. Legend said I flipped it out of the hole. It was a mid-tone, but still, I think it's lead slag, y'all. Darn did a darn. Anyway, if it's better, we'll get back with y'all. All right, everybody, I'm on hole 5 on the day, right here in the road. And there was a good little target. I didn't really want to dig here in the road because it's so doggone hard. I saw that in the hole and thought, well, I better turn my camera on. That's just a junky old quartz rock. Oh, a pretty old quartz rock. You can see it could have been an arrowhead from that way. Could have been an arrowhead from that. I think I'll keep that, as a matter of fact. How about a tri-point arrowhead? I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding. It's not an arrowhead. All right, everybody, hole 11 on the day. Can't even see where I started digging a hole, and I couldn't dig a hole. Where'd I dig a hole, y'all? Oh well, I guess I'll swing back over this target and figure out where it's at. I tried to dig a hole and couldn't, and I didn't feel like it was very deep, so definitely, oh, there it is. Oh, why are y'all facing the wrong way? All right, let's see if I can pop it out right quick. Sounded very buttony. All right, y'all, that right there was what I couldn't get y'all in frame for, and that is very, very cool. Check that out. That's an old pewter spoon handle, y'all. How cool is that? With some numbers on it. Heavy, heavy pewter spoon handle. 5.2 something or S2 something. Anyway, maybe we can get some info off that. Recovering artifacts together. All right, everybody, hole 12 in the day. Just dug that little pewter spoon handle right above us right there. Well, this wasn't deep, whatever it was. Also wasn't the best signal in the world. And I also might have missed it. Oh, there it is. Well, half a horseshoe. Cool old finds right on the surface. I wonder if somebody's flipped that out before. I doubt it. We usually take our iron with us, as y'all can see on the tailgate. Reliving history, one old relic at a time. All right, y'all. Pretty good little numbers here. Definitely had some iron in there with it, so not sure when I flipped it out. Ha ha ha! We'll cover all button. I don't know. Let me scrub on it a little bit. Definitely my signal, so I knew I had some iron in there. I also knew I had a little piece of brass, so maybe cover all button. Not very heavy. I'm not sure what I'm holding. Anyway, we'll clean that up and get back with y'all. Reliving history, one old something at a time. All right, everybody. You got a what? Thimble. Awesome. Not silver, is it? All right, hold on. I'm going to go film Ashley's thimble as soon as I get my... All right. So, Ashley got a thimble. I'm going to go film that. That's a cool piece of brass. Somebody told me what that might be. I dug one of these the other day. The gentleman told me that might be a leather working piece of stuff with that sharp point on it. Anyway, I have no idea. I'm gonna go see what Marty's got, and I'm gonna go see Ashley's thimble. Be right back. So yeah, everybody, just trying to explain those last few minutes. We've been digging about an hour and a half. First thing Ashley found when she got out of the truck was a little flat button, little silver wash flat button. Cleaned it up on the tailgate. Really cool find. And the last thing she found was a little brass thimble, which, as you'll see on video, was her last find. Filmed her, smiling, talking about it. 5 seconds later, y'all, I think she was gone. I turned to walk away. I'd taken about 5 steps. I heard our Uncle Marty say, "Ashley." And by the time I turned around, she was on the ground. And I believe gone at the time. Haven't gotten an autopsy report yet, but everybody's saying aneurysm or something similar. Don't know. Doesn't matter. Gone in a matter of seconds. I think 5 or 6 seconds. I know I've said, I was saying 15 seconds that day at the hospital to her family, but I think it was way quicker than that, which is unbelievable, which is why I couldn't wrap my head around how fast it happened. But after going back and talking about it with Uncle Marty and trying to figure out time and distances, it was just a few seconds, y'all. She was gone. We're definitely going to miss her. All right, y'all, that was hole 16 on the day for me, I think. Marty's digging something right there. I just dug that. Some kind of little thing. Pretty good little number. I thought it might be a head stamp, and I may figure out more about what this is later. Ashley says she thinks she's got a thimble. There's 3 options, kinda. It can be silver, it can be copper or brass, or it can be Aluminum and not so old. That's an old one though. All right, put my glasses on.
It's broken on the other side.
Very cool. Yeah, that's
First thimble.
first thimble. There you go.
And first I pulled this out and I was like, I'm
Oh, I'll quit
looking.
digging.
Yeah, and then I was like, no, and look at that.
Yeah, that's a cool old something specific piece of iron. There you go. Did you swing back over it with the legend or
I'm not done yet.
just? I hear you.
I saw the thimble and was like, wow.
Cool. Good job.
Wake up in the morning, digging all day long, searching for a way of light, long since come and gone. It's long since come and gone.
So, Cliff, thank you very much. I really, I'm so glad to. Um, I'm so glad you brought this whole thing to my attention and wanted to share it with everybody. Let's leave that GoFundMe link up there for a while for us so people can jot it down or copy it, whatever they want to do there. But what a touching story, and I truly believe it's the whole thing is commemorative and in whatever way it can be, joyous or a way of doing something beyond this earthly realm that we're in. But I um, was touched by your story and very touched by you wanting to share it on this forum. So
Thank,
whatever
thank you
whatever
very much, Ed. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. All I can say is she was doing what she loved. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You could tell she was happy, and I want to go ahead and share some of the chat here, and yeah, that was Colleen already talking about that, but so everybody is just their hearts are right with you, buddy, just right with you. There was actually quite a few folks here who were familiar with the story, and I certainly wasn't. So,
yeah,
uh,
they were.
but but everybody is really sending their condolences, and I'll just encourage you to make a difference. Go to the GoFundMe, and it doesn't matter if it's $1 or $100 or $1,000. It does not matter. Just whatever whatever your heart's compelled to do is fantastic.
Thank you again, everyone. I think we're at $13,000. I had no idea what it would be when I started this GoFundMe. I was literally, I mean, I wasn't sleeping at night, so this was something I had to do. Had no idea where it was going to go. Still don't know where it's going to go. Eventually, I would like to do some type of Ashley Griffin yearly annual fundraiser, something. I have some good places to dig, and I have some really good places to do some group hunts. I just haven't found the time and all to do them. I have a lot of old home sites to dig, so at some point I'd like to do something yearly. We actually had a group dig at my mom's house 2 days after it happened. Couldn't do it on that day because it was during the week, but the next Saturday on the 28th. Of this year. We had a group dig at my mom's, and her family came, and her husband came, and her sister and brother-in-law came. So anyway, it was really nice, really nice.
Right, right. Well, again, we're not doing this stuff to be some sort of downer or any of that. It's just a commemorative situation, and really, really touched by the whole story. And we're just humans living our lives, and we touch each other in different ways. And what a special moment for that. And you know, tragic, but we keep going. We keep putting one foot in front of the other, and that's why one of the reasons why I really believe in that whole essence of being present and in the moment. And what happened 3 weeks ago doesn't really matter that much, and what's going to happen in 3 weeks doesn't really matter that much. Um,
Today,
what
today and tomorrow, maybe.
yeah, exactly what is happening right now in front of our noses. And that as I began to reflect on why I'm so obsessed and how come I love metal detecting so much, is it is one of those things that forces me to be present. As I'm doing the detecting and the digging and now the filming, I'm right there in the moment. I'm not in last week. I'm not in next week. I'm right there with right at the end of my nose. So I appreciate that very much.
Thank you again.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of keep going with the program here, but and again, not to be insensitive about anything, but we're gonna go ahead and keep living life. I want to say hi to some folks who have shown up now. Talk all the way from Chile, so thank you for being here. Buenos noches, mi amigo. We've got Shane, Ohio River History, in the house, so thank you for being here. Thank you
Hello, Shane.
Thank you for being the founder of Monday Digs. That's fantastic. Um, let's see here. Who else? Um,
Amen, Angie. Amen.
yeah. Said, yep. You got that memory of her smile for sure. For sure. Yep. God bless. Thank you, Carrie. God bless all of our special friends. Is exactly right. Um, let's see. Still well behind on the chat. So, oh, here's a question for you. Was that you singing on the video?
Um, no. That was so my office manager's brother singing from Alabama, and I
Oh,
don't really
cool.
know how I ended up with that, but it's very cool. I've stopped using it because it's kind of a 50-second moment that I think people were using to
Right, right.
click off the video, but I need to get it and put it in every now and then. So,
Yeah, yeah, gotcha. Um, Silver Assassin says hi.
hello, Silver. Silver
And
everywhere.
yeah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are, yep. Silver fits right into this show. I promise you. Promise, promise. Again, Papa Roos in the house. Let's see if I can get caught up here, and we'll do that next. We'll do that next giveaway. Looks like we're getting pretty caught up. Yeah, there we go. My getaway from reality. Sure. Yep. It's
Absolutely,
active when.
Randy.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. It's active when you dig something. Yep. Yep. I love that. Great. Here we go. Expressions. Buddhists believe that yesterday is over, tomorrow hasn't happened yet, and all we have is right now. Well, there's a lot of wisdom there. A lot.
Very true.
Okay, looks like we are caught up on the chat. Thank you for everyone with the sentiments. I'm going to throw this up here one more time in case somebody missed that particular part of it. That's the GoFundMe for for Ashley. And so, as we continue on with our program for tonight, we're going to do one more giveaway. Now, we'll go right up to the top of the hour, so we've got just a little over 20 minutes left. And uh, our next giveaway is the Monday Digs giveaway, and that is sponsored by High Plains Prospectors. So if you have any sort of metal detecting needs, anything like that, gold prospecting or treasure hunting, these guys will take good care of you. no matter how you get there, I'd love for you to use that particular code there, but or that link. But no matter how you get there, use the discount code HIHO5 when you're checking out, and that'll get you an additional 5% off of anything that was that you're looking for. But our next giveaway is the Monday Digs giveaway, and the rules for this particular giveaway go like this. For all of the Monday Digs videos that follow Hi Ho Live, we will have you have a chance to, while you're watching the video, comment on the video. And for everyone who puts in Monday Digs in the comments is eligible for a drawing the next week on Hi Ho Live. So all of these folks, 150 exactly, put the comment hi ho. Excuse me. Put the comment Monday Digs in one of the Monday Digs videos, and in several cases you can see that they put in 5 or 6 or 7. Now that isn't 5 entries on one video. That's one entry per video on 5 or 6 or 7 videos. So it really shows support for the Monday Digs, and I really do appreciate that. But now all of those folks are eligible for our giveaway. So let's transition over here. I love that. I love that wheel there. Looks a little bit like a sundial, and maybe Fuzzy will tell me the Buddhists will call this a prayer circle or something. But at any rate, that is a big lot of folks that are eligible, and in this case, it is silver again. So we've got a Rosie and a Merc to up for grabs tonight. So let's see which of the 150 entrants have won silver tonight. And let's go. A lot of people put multiple entries in there, so I hope that's spinning all right. It's a little slow on my end, so we'll see who the big winner is. Oh, B. Higgles! Way to go, Brian. Good job, man. Not only are you a Monday Digs content creator, but you got one tonight, and we're commemorating you with red shoes, etc. So congratulations, Brian. I really hope you're on the mend and feeling better at every turn. So congratulations, Carrie and Brian, for winning silver tonight. And let's see, we'll get caught back up with the chat here. Says the link. Says the link I sent in the chat looks different than on the screen. This takes you to GoFundMe site. This is the one I got off Relic R.A.T's channel. Wow, okay. Man, I am so sorry if I put up the wrong one there, Randy. Oh my gosh, I didn't do my homework. I didn't check. I think I copied it right off of. Yeah, I went to your video and copied it right off. So anyway, if I put the wrong one up there, man, sincere apologies. Let's see. Yeah, we're got a lot of folks congratulating Brian. So we're pretty good there. Cliff, what I want to do now is just go right over that Monday Digs lineup one more time, and then let's get into your finds and check that chat out and see make sure I didn't miss something on the for a question for you. But let's see here. So for the Monday Digs lineup, we are wrapping up with Hi Ho Live here shortly. We got a little over 15 minutes. We'll start off the night with We Dig It. Now, I don't have the redirect on, so you'll want to log on to that particular video at 8 Eastern, followed by the Metal Detecting Mermaid, who is celebrating birthday and bucket listers tonight. So that's awesome, man. I'm really looking forward to that particular video. We got Florida Thunder with Rob following her at 8:30, and he's got an old 1812 farm to check out there. So I love those old ones. Then we've got Kiss the Fish, Hi Ho Silver, following that up. And again, a little teaser.
I know who that is, y'all. I'm the only one that knows who that is.
Didn't see too many people guessing in the chat.
They'll all be wrong.
So who was that masked man?
All right, all right. So who was that masked man? Yeah, put it in the chat and watch the Hi Ho Silver tonight. You'll get a chance to see who that masked man was. Following Hi Ho Silver, we've got Ohio River history with old yards and new parks, and boy, those old yards are near and dear to my heart. And then we wrap up tonight with B. Higgles. And in honor of B. Higgles, this has nothing to do with the Kansas City Chiefs. In honor of B. Higgles and get well soon, we're wearing red shoes tonight. So I'll bet you he ends up scoring something gold. But anyway, B. Higgles tonight, he's on that lake bed, that dry lake bed. And man, that's like a honey hole on steroids. It's like a dream factory for for relic hunters. So anyway, that's very very cool. Uh, Cliff, if I've missed any questions in the chat, then let me know. Otherwise, I will. Oh, thank you, Lucky James. I appreciate that. He's posting the deal there. I didn't. I looked and I never did see his video there, but thank you for posting that. Um, so what I'll do now is, without further ado, let's take a look at some of your finds, and we'll start off with some of the ones I thought were pretty darn remarkable here. So, Cliff, tell us about this one.
So that's the one that was in Dinwiddie in February. That's a good digging buddy, Justin McGee. He digs with me a lot. Was digging about once a week. He's still pretty close. Dug with us this past Sunday, but Justin had walked out in a field 200-300 yards from the truck. Got a deep squeak. You know what big iron does.
Right.
Dug, got down about 18 inches, started seeing the top of it, called me over. I was about 50 yards away and said, I think I got something. And I filmed a lot. I filmed that coming out of the ground a lot. And it was pretty darn cool. We actually got it the moment it rolled out of that impression. And there was a crowd gathered around by then, and it was a lot of fun, a lot of adrenaline. Justin headed back to the truck with it because you can't detect with that in your pouch, obviously. So he headed back to the truck with his 12-pound cannonball. There were 3 found on that trip. Got to the truck, put the cannonball up, got some water, headed back towards us 2 or 3. Right in front of the truck, dug a 1848 large cent. Got so excited, made himself sick, went back and sat in the truck for a while. If he's watching, he'll probably be mad at me for saying that. But he was laughing about it. It was quite an adrenaline rush. So a lot of fun.
Yeah. That is a super cool find. And
Super cool.
I haven't dug anything like that, so that is really cool.
Me neither.
This one looks fascinating. Here, I want to hear the backstory on this one.
So that's an old home site about 30 about as central Georgia as you can get. And there's an old chimney that picture right in the background over my legend there is an old chimney just in the middle of maybe a deer food plot or something at the time was still left in these planted pines. And digging iron, digging plow points, I think Justin found a couple of Indians there. He found one Indian that was holed 3 times around the outside edge separately. Wow. So we're assuming Whizzer or something. I think it was a 1880s 3-holed Indian head penny. But anyway, popped that out of the ground, called Justin over, blew my mind. I never dug anything musket related. Black, I guess that's black powder. I don't know. Might even be flintlock, but I had plenty of opinions on what it is.
I'd say flintlock, but I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was a brown bess, but some people have said maybe even older than that. So.
Cliff, this one is awesome. Tell us about this one. This is really, really cool.
So Ed's going to be laughing when I tell this because he was involved in this dig on the telephone yesterday around what time did you call me? 2:33, something like that. 3:30.
Yeah, it was in the afternoon. Right,
Yeah.
right.
So the phone rang and I picked it up and it was Ed talking about tonight and some of the logistics. And he heard me on the phone say, talking to Just Jeff. Just Jeff was over there giggling and digging this sterling silver, almost 1 full ounce hickok buckle out of the ground. So it was a lot of fun. I got to laugh with Ed on the phone. I don't know if he had the time for me to do all that. But anyway, I went over and talked about it. And then we filmed it a couple different ways. We filmed it for short, and then we filmed it for the video, which same video that'll be out this Friday morning. We found some amazing stuff, y'all, on this dig.
It's so cool. That is really, really cool, and a neat story. And I just love that Art Deco era buckle. I've seen a few, and I actually dug one. It isn't exactly the same, but it's a really,
Yep.
really neat relic.
Yeah, I have 2 or 3 hickok buckles, but none of them are silver. They're all silver plated. So
Gotcha. So we've got another one up. This one is a gorgeous, gorgeous find.
So, middle of a hayfield, about 200 or 300 yards out from a home site. We had dug the home site pretty hard, so we were starting to branch out. A lot of times, if you get out further, you get less trash, and if you do get something, it's good. I think we had dug a couple silver spoons out of this field, but J.D. Vance. So we have 2 Jeffs that dig with us regular. So I got tired of saying Jeff this, Jeff that. So one of them looks just like J.D. Vance. So obviously he got the name J.D. Vance. And unfortunately, the other one, and he's okay with it, he is just Jeff. So we have just Jeff and we have J.D. Vance. So I hear J.D. Vance hollering, and I'm trying to get the camera over there. I'm across a fence from him. I'm trying to get the camera over there to do sort of a reveal. Well, no, he's running at me with his coin. He's saying, I got something with a hole in it and a crown on it. So that is a 1770s. Couldn't get the last number. It was wore off. 1770s half real, Spanish half real. Yep.
Just gorgeous.
Yep.
Just absolutely gorgeous.
It was quite an adrenaline. When you dig something like that on a 5-hour hunt with 5 people, everything else is gravy. It's all good from that point on. So,
Right. Let's see here. You sent us some really cool ones in here. Let's take a look at this one.
So we're probably going to see a coin here in a minute. A King George II halfpenny from 1734, which I think is 1 year after Georgia became a colony. So we've named this site the King George House. I don't have a good picture of the King George coin, but this came from that same site, dug by the same person. Shane Durant's, by the way. His YouTube channel is Dedicated Digger. Real quick story. We were digging at a property owner's house one day. Tailgate was loaded, and he was kind of following us around, talking about stuff. And he said, I'll tell y'all one thing. Y'all are some dedicated diggers. Shane said, that's the name of my future YouTube channel. So check out Dedicated Digger. But yeah, 1842, half dime. I filmed that one. All these coins were this year. And I can honestly say before this spring, we had never really dug, some late 1800s Indian head pennies and V nickels, but other than that, nothing like this. So, fun times.
Yeah, just fantastic. All right. Now I'm interested to hear the backstory on this one because I don't recognize the coin or the button, whichever one it is.
So a gentleman named James came digging with me one day. Same deal. We were at a very, very old site. Not this old. This coin made no sense being there. Let's see. I have.
Yeah.
Am I showing that coin?
Yeah. I'm gonna switch the screen there, Cliff, and you can show it a little bit better there. Try it now. Try it. Hang on. Sorry, I didn't transition. There we go.
So this coin, after much research, and the gentleman, I think, maybe felt bad that he had found this coin on my permission. So about a month after he dug it, he mailed it to me and said, man, that was fun. He's an older guy. He said that was fun. He said, but
Yeah.
I want you to have it. So I said,
That's
man,
very kind
yeah.
of him. Yeah.
I said, you didn't need to do that. And he said, well, I want to. So
All right.
this is a 1490s to around 1505 King Ferdinand, Queen Isabel Maravidas. Okay.
Maravillas. Okay.
Maravidas. My theory is that that little notch, you see the notch towards my fingers? That
Hmm.
notch was a hole. So my theory is that coin was worn
Okay.
at one time because you can
Right.
see maybe that it was a hole that was broke out of it.
Yep.
So, probably a very special hand me down in the family. And this was an old site. We had dug flat buttons there. This was probably a mid 1700s. Big difference in 1700 and 1500 though.
Oh
So this
yeah.
coin just blew us away coming out of the ground. Once again, I filmed it coming out of the ground. So very cool. This was nicknamed Christopher Columbus's pocket change because this would have been a coin that Christopher
That
Columbus.
is. It's hard to put in words. I mean, just how something like that could be there, and
It
then
is. It's crazy. So yeah, that
it
was a
really
that was
is.
a fun find. Yep.
It
Yep.
really is. I just love this treasure hunting because you just don't know what you're going to swing over.
I say it
All
all
right,
the
Cliff.
time. You
We'll
have
have to.
no idea what's coming next.
Yeah, yeah, you don't, and we're
No
present
idea.
right there in the moment. So, Cliff, I've got one more here. We've got 5 minutes left, so I've got
Okay.
one more here, and then I want you to give us any parting words or any of that stuff. But this is very cool.
So that top display box, I didn't put anything in the display box till about a year and a half ago, and I bought some somewhere and started sticking stuff in them. I don't know. Most of my stuff was in red solo cups. That top picture is all from one old school site. There's several
Man,
1800 V nickels, Indian head pennies in there. That's all
yeah.
from one site. That's easily the best site I've ever dug. Easily. You can go there now though, and 5 people can go for 2 hours and not get a high tone. Trust
Oh
me,
wow. Okay.
it's 2 acres, and I have dug it to death. Now I'll go back. I always go
Right.
back.
Right.
The bottom picture is just some of my cooler finds. There's flat buttons and some cool stuff in there. So
Yeah. Fantastic.
thank you, Brian.
Um, You're what a fantastic guest you've been tonight. I just am chuffed that you accepted the invitation, and what a neat story with Ashley. I know it's sad, but it's such a touching, heartwarming story. I hope we got the GoFundMe correctly, and boy, if that was my deal, I'm so sorry. I just blew
It's
it. But
it's on my
anyways,
it's on my Facebook somewhere. So thank y'all.
gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. So the floor is yours for any parting words, and we'll be wrapping up relatively soon.
Greatest hobby in the world, y'all. This is the greatest hobby in the world. I've had a lot. I've fished and hunted and camped and hiked and it I don't know. I call it the never ending hobby, the endless hobby. There's
All right.
always some. There's always gonna be somewhere. I saw something on Facebook a while back, and this guy was saying, "Oh, 10 years from now, our kids won't have any." That's baloney, y'all. There will
It's,
always be somewhere to dig. There's pastures around me that you may not find a lot out there, but on a nice, cool spring day, just get out there and swing. You don't know. It's just like those 4 or 5 coins from this year that
right.
I've seen come out of the ground. I haven't dug them, by the way. My best coins late 1800s. So, by the way, y'all, Ed's terrified when he tells me to talk, especially when we only have 2 minutes left. We
Yeah.
went over a lot of this in the last couple of days, and he knows I can talk. So yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a fun hobby. Everybody
Well,
that's in it is blessed to have found it.
yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Now, what I want to say to the folks that are remaining here, number one, We Dig It is coming up here relatively shortly, but check out Relic Rat Recovering Artifacts Together. Great channel. All you've got to do is watch one video, and you can see that the guy is the salt of the earth. He's a kind human being. He's in love with metal detecting. He's in love with life, and it's infectious. It's just a very enjoyable experience. So
We have a good time. Thank you, Ed.
yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign us off. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate that. One last thing there. Go Chiefs! Monday Night Football tonight. It'll be just dandy if we get a Chiefs victory. Thank you. Love you guys, and check out We Dig It, and to start off Monday Digs. Thank you so much.